Well, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Today we're going to answer some of your guys' questions. If you have a question for me, leave it down below in the comments of this video, and I will be sure to answer it in a future video, okay? As you can see, I'm rather glistening, and it's not because of my stellar makeup job or anything. I am sitting upstairs in my little studio area, and it just so happens that Philadelphia decided to be 102 degrees today. That is the 28th of August. And so, yeah, while I'm answering these questions, I'm losing 5 or 10 pounds, so it's a win-win. I go on a diet by losing water and potentially passing out, and you guys get your questions answered, alright? So without further ado, let's get to the first question. Hey man, what was that song you played in your review of Mick Thompson's signature model? I absolutely loved it. Keep up the good work. Well, actually, I had to go back and watch that video and listen to what I recorded for this question to answer it for you. And the reason being is because I had zero recollection of making that video and that song in particular. Long story short, that is not a song, that was just a riff I made up, and you know, just some chugging and a little bit of riffing here and there. And yeah, it's not a song. Reason why I don't remember it, well, I'll be honest with you guys, I'll be transparent with you guys. As always, I sound like a broken record. I got out of the Army because I got hurt. And I've had some serious health problems, some surgeries and procedures alike in physical therapy. And from like May through just the beginning of August of this year, I was taking prescription pills. And again, it was starting to become a problem to where I quit cold turkey because I would take them a lot, man. And so this whole summer, some of those songs and some of the videos, I'm really high on prescription pills. And I don't remember sitting down and making up those songs that much. I just was like, you know, I was sitting there not a care in the world, just like, oh yeah, that sounds cool, mix it, edit it, and done, make a video. But like now when I go back and listen to that, or like the Explorer demo, or things like that, I wasn't all there. It didn't affect like my communication skills or anything like that. The bleed for 100 or 1,000 seconds, I was really high on that. And I'm not bragging, and I'm not like saying, hey, you know, pills are good, but I'm just being honest with you. That was what happened this summer, and luckily I'm completely off them now, and I don't need a prescription anymore. So I feel great now, and things are going really well to where I'm not dependent on medicine. So just a little backstory to that video and many of my videos. That song is just something I made up and just riffed along and chugged on for the Mick Thompson review. And who knows, maybe it'll turn up on a future song that I put out officially with my side project, Luna Muerta, which I'm currently writing for. So, I hope that answers your question. Next question. Oh, this is a good theme. Kind of a little segue here. Mick Thompson or Jim Root? Jim Root by a hair. And I really don't know why. I think the only honest reason is he's a Fender guy. And just until recently, Mick Thompson is now a Jackson guy, but I don't like Ibanez that much. I don't know, I just don't really like care for them, but I love Fenders, like the Fender Strat. Like, remember when my father was alive, and he would make me watch his favorite Bon Jovi VHS, and Richie Sambora's signature Strats with the Floyd Rose and the maple boards. Like, that was like my dream guitar. Now they're on Reverb.com for like 5 G's, and that's like, I would just love to have that, just to have it and not even play it. But because Jim Root plays Fender, and the Strat was my first love for a guitar, I'm gonna go with him. But honestly, they're like very similar in terms of my favorite, and you know, if Mick Thompson played Fender, I'd probably go Mick Thompson. I don't know. Jim Root by a hair. Also, I know you're military retired, but you have another job, or are you focused on YouTube 100% right now? Yes and no. Without going into too much personal stuff financially, I'm a full-time student now, full-time music student. I'm working towards getting my master's in music because there's many options for music, the music industry in terms of getting a job. I know how to, you know, record obviously, and I know how to play. So it's just all about like marketing yourself and who you know. So I don't have like a regular like side project. I did for a little bit this summer, but no longer anymore, because actually tomorrow, Wednesday the 29th, I'm starting full-time for the fall semester. And so I'm a full-time student, and YouTube is like my full-time job now, but it's just my full-time passion. Let's just say that. Like, I don't look at it as a job, I just look at it as me having a platform to talk about the thing that I love most, and that's music and guitar alike. So I am focused 100% on YouTube, yes. However, I am not just focusing on YouTube. I am going to school, getting my master's in music. You have a JP15 and a Majesty, will you get a Mesa? I also have a JP16 too, in case you didn't know. But seriously, answer your question, not at the moment. I answered this a little bit earlier in one of my videos, I can't really remember. I'm using modelers and plugins at the moment just because amps are very hard for me to record with my living conditions. I don't want to drop a bunch of money on a Torpedo Live or Studio with the cab simulators, as well as have a full-on head at the moment, because that's very, very expensive. So the Axe effects and bias effects and JST's plugins and amplitude, things like that are sufficient enough for me at the moment. Down the road, I would love to get a tube amp again. I used to have several. I used to have about like 6 or 7 at the very beginning of this channel, but again, it just didn't sound right, and I didn't want to give crappy product to you guys just for the sake of having a tube amp, you know what I mean? So if I was to get an amp, it would definitely be a Boogie. It'd probably be a Mark V. I had the 525. That was my favorite little head that I've ever played through. So I definitely, if I will get a tube amp, it will definitely be a Mark V or a PV6505. But if you're gonna get a tube amp, go Mesa, you know what I mean? So in the future, yes. At the moment, not right now. And we'll go one more. Right, what recording software are you using right now? Logic 10, Logic Pro X, whatever you want to call it, just Logic. I've had some experience with Pro Tools in school, and I thought for a split second I was going to start using that as my DAW. However, I don't feel like I need to drop that money and relearn a whole new workstation when Logic is absolutely amazing for what it is at the moment. Will I switch eventually? Probably. There's always going to be something else that comes out that's easier workflow and it sounds better, whatever you want to call it. But at the moment, Logic 10. So that is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for your questions. Again, continue to leave them down in the comments below. Ask me anything about life, guitar, music, whatever you want to talk to me about. Please, I love meeting new people and interacting with you guys, so leave it down below in the comments, okay? All my links to my social medias are down below in the description. Again, guys, thank you so much. Be on the lookout for my new EP, which will be dropping September 17th. That is next month, in case you guys can't look at a calendar right, aka me. But anyway, that is my sole focus for this remainder of these last 2 weeks before I get it all ready to go, mastered and released to the public for you guys. So I'm continuing to write on that. It is done. However, I'm just filling in the gaps with some overdubs and lead stuff, yada yada yada. So be on the lookout for that. Again, thank you so much for watching this video and giving me the continued support. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. Stay metal, and I will see you guys next time.